everyone, it's Jessie checking in from Val d'Isère. And this Tuesday morning has already opened up into clear blue skies with a really crisp feel in the air and the village looking bright and promising as everyone heads out for the day. It was a dry night in town with no precipitation recorded. Temperatures steadily dropped to around -8 degrees Celsius by 6 this morning, so a proper sharp freeze overnight. Winds were mostly light, though there were a few brief gusts earlier in the night, before things eased off towards dawn, leaving a cold and fairly calm start to the day. So around town today, we're heading into a proper sunny day. Temperatures are set to peak at around 4 degrees Celsius, so it's feeling milder than it has done recently. Winds are very light, coming in gently from the east at just a few kilometres per hour. So overall, it's shaping up to be a really pleasant day to be outside. Up on Bellevarde, it's a similar story in terms of sunshine, but of course it will feel noticeably colder than in the village. With very light easterly winds and improving visibility through the day, conditions look pretty comfortable. If you're around this evening and fancy something a little different, B-Bar is hosting a jazz Manouche night from 8 o'clock. Expect gypsy jazz vibes, some seriously impressive guitar playing, and a really warm atmosphere. It's one of those cosy winter evenings that Val d'Isère does very well. And there's something fun happening over at the Daille gondola as well. 5 cabins have been specially transformed to turn your ride up the mountain into a proper experience. For example, there's a barista cabin with hot chocolate and pastries, a colourful kids cabin packed with treats, and even a magician performing tricks during the ride. It's a brilliant way to start the ski day, especially if you've got little ones in tow. Here's your Avalanche update, which is a translated summary of the official Bulletin d'estimation du Risque d'Avalanche, issued by Météo France for the Vanoise massif. Please make sure you check the full official report using the link in the description before heading off Piste. The overall risk level today is limited above 2,000 metres. This morning, the snowpack is generally thick and quite stable in many areas. However, once the sun has been on the slopes for several hours, things start to change. On sunny aspects, particularly east, south and west-facing slopes at altitude, the snow becomes wetter and softer. That can make it possible to trigger a wet snow avalanche if a buried weak layer is disturbed. These could be medium-sized and, in rare cases, larger. On shaded north-facing slopes above 2,000 metres, there are still a few isolated hard slabs sitting on persistent weak layers. These are mainly near ridgelines or in thinner snowpack areas where that weak layer is closer to the surface. Triggering one is unlikely, but still possible, and consequences could be serious. There is also a small chance of natural wet snow avalanches later in the day on slopes that have been heated by the sun for several hours, and a few rare glide avalanches remain possible, particularly below around 2,400 metres. Snow quality is very spring-like on sunny slopes, with a good refreeze overnight and then softening as the sun moves round. On north-facing slopes below 2,000 metres, you'll often find crusted snow, while higher up it's still colder, with denser powder in sheltered spots and firmer, wind-affected snow near ridges. As always, if you're heading outside the marked and open pistes, plan carefully, start early on sunny aspects, carry the right equipment, and check that full official bulletin before you go. If you're planning to explore the off-piste mountains this season, always take a qualified guide and never go without a transceiver, shovel, and probe. And most importantly, know how to use them and practice regularly. That's everything from me this morning. If you spot any events, hidden gems, or good après plans worth sharing, drop them in the comments and let the community know. Have a brilliant day on the slopes, enjoy that sunshine, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you're finding our updates useful, a like and a subscribe to the Val d'Isère online YouTube channel really helps to support what we do and reach more people who love the resort.
For further information, please go to radiovaldesert.com. the local radio station with the most up-to-date information. Forecast information provided by meteoblue.com, infoclimat.fr and meteofrance.fr. Webcam pictures courtesy of the website valdesert.com.